I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, really my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't check a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that them gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only cover the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up?
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Velus Jones now from his end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
No that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And some room to maneuver.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A huge play there for Chicago. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Read option, here's Montgomery.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
David Montgomery with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And not much here as he'll get into the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
That one caught by
Tyreek Hill. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Quick throw, but incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going to try and throw. He is going to find Hill here. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They go play action here on first down. That ball caught by Campbell. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Walker. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Now back to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They'll try and run Walker. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Fields on third down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. In motion goes the tight end. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. They'll run the option left. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on third down, Fields. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have moved out in front.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bears 14, Vikings 7. Santos picking up for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think that...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Bears 21, Vikings 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? Now an option play on second down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vikings 7. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They play awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Man, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On play action, they'll throw. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's brought down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Check right.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kenneth Walker standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. Their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every possession. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. Here's Fields. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw is Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, Fields. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Fields now to throw. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 35, Vikings 14. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. On the counter, it's Walker. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They run again with Walker. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Ready, set.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a Minnesota 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Bears' 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hill. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Three.
They'll look to throw here. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Bears.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 69 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Vikings 14. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Running left, Montgomery. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Fields.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And going right back to Walker. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Running right, here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And going deep for Hill. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 2nd down, Montgomery. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Watching that play unfold, watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Santos now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Bears 52, Vikings 14. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, it was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And Walker once more. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
Down to about the 32.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's the 2nd and 7. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. But defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up on...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Chicago, their hopes of a winning campaign stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.
Let's go. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the first of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. Good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The four spar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The catamounts who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did an AI's legacy. I got champion genetics.
remember me. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the first. Just let the record show that I said